Hey, what's going on, Chosen? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message in regards to the shift that has taken place here in the age of Aquarius. If you find that this message resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So first of all, Chosen, I want to talk to you all about the lack of arsenal and power that these wicked witches and warlocks possess here in the age of Aquarius. Their time is now up, and a lot of the spell work and the hexes, the dark magic, the rituals that they have been performing against the chosen is now no longer valuable. It no longer has power like it used to in the age of Pisces. In the age of Pisces, illusions were easily created. Smoke screens were easily created because it was the time of I believe. And so a lot of people walked around in this state of confusion, and definitely very deeply submerged in the matrix where they was easily convinced. So spell work was very easy because a lot of people, especially the chosen specifically, had no remembrance of who we were. Many of us were just walking zombies, just kind of passively existing in life. And so at that time, the spell work was it had power. And it created a lot of stumbling blocks for the chosen. For many generations, we took a lot of losses, or we was not able to possess our inheritance because we were literally underneath the spell. And so now here in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of I know, we're coming into that space of remembering who we are and what we've been placed here to do, but also remembering the amount of power that we possess to be the co-creator of our lives. And so when you recognize that you have everything within you, like the Most High Mother and Father has literally placed within you every bit of wisdom, every bit of power, and strength to overcome any and every obstacle, that's when the wicked witches and warlocks lose their position. They have lost their position because you have gotten back on your throne, chosen. You remember that you are a master alchemist. It's natural for you to know how to transmute and alchemize energy just, easily with your thoughts. But see, the major objective for a lot of these wicked witches and warlocks who was, that's the powers that were, that's their system, They created this illusion of scarcity and lack. They created this illusion to make you believe that you wasn't enough and that you didn't have enough and that you would never have enough and that you had to resign or submit to this lifestyle of, lack. They created illusions for you to make you think that you had to submit to narcissistic relationships and that whatever creative ideas you had, they would never come to pass. So, even if you had that spark, they would siphon it from you and use that creativity for themselves to create their empire. And you're just sitting there, feeling like, hey, every time I start something, I can't finish it, or I never have the zeal or the passion to follow through with my creative ideas. Or for some of you, you might not have felt creative at all, figuring that you would just have to stay, confined to a 9 to 5 that you really did not enjoy. This is the illusion part, is many different illusions that have been created by these wicked witches and warlocks. And so now in the age of Aquarius, the energy has shifted. The chosen have been awakened. The sunlight that's beaming down on us every single day is activating our DNA. We're able to access our Akashic records. We're able to do things that in the past we never would have attempted to do because we were so bogged down in the illusion that we never even saw a way out. You didn't realize that there was other routes and other ways that you could go about shifting your energy, and because tradition, society, religion, these things place fear within the chosen for so long, it was easy for us to have this passive way of doing things where we felt like, okay, well, if it doesn't happen for us in this lifetime, then we'll go to heaven, and that's when we'll receive our riches and our riches and our wealth. But meantime, we have to, suffer long, suffer strong, and push through the lack, and that was one of the greatest illusions that has ever been created by these wicked witches and warlocks. And please don't get it twisted. Wicked witches and warlocks are not people just running around with, big black hats on and pointy noses. Like, these are people who look like everyday folks. These are pastors. These are bishops. These are teachers. These are doctors. These are judges, police officers. These people come from every walk of life. These are your family members, your grandma, your auntie, your sister, your uncle, your daddy, your lovers. These are the beings, the pawns who have been used to create this illusion for the chosen so that you would never rise into your divinity. But this is the time. The clock has already struck 12. Their time is already up. They have no more arsenal. Their spell work has lost its momentum. And so whatever they're sending out there at this point, it doesn't have enough power to take root in your life. It doesn't have enough power to slow you down or to keep you down. Okay? It's almost like whatever they send out there, they have to use 10 times more energy to create just a small stumbling block for you. And even then, you're able to glide over those things because your energy is so high, your vibrations are so high that you're able to overcome what seems to be great obstacles. So they don't realize just how much this shift in time is working in the favor of the chosen. They're still in the Piscean mindset from the age of Pisces, where they really do believe that they still have that power and authority to, draw you into the matrix and keep you anchored and bound at their will. And so because they have not accepted the fact that that age is over with and that the chosen truly have emerged and taken our power back, they are now receiving 1,000-fold in return what they have been sending out towards the chosen. So every time they do spell work against you, every time they conjure up demons, every time they try to stop your finances or block your love life or block your forward movements, every time they try to siphon your creative ideas and create this energy of procrastination within you, or whatever the case may be, it becomes their burden 1,000-fold, because this is not the age for that type of foolery. The energy is not in alignment with that type of low vibrational energy. And so karma comes back very, very swiftly here in the age of Aquarius, whether it's good karma or bad karma. What you put out there is what you're receiving in return, and it's coming back rapidly. See, in the age of Pisces, it took a while for things to come back around. You could have somebody spend an entire lifetime being a wicked witch or warlock working up against people, and they don't receive what seems like the appropriate judgment for their actions. And it's only because the chosen had not awakened to the point where we started to call judgment again. But now here in the age of Aquarius, this is the age of I know. It's like, okay, you know the truth. You know that you have enemies. You know you have ops. You know you have beings out here that's trying to slow you down. So when you know, you call judgment. When you're just in that energy of believe or speculation or, trying to, going back and forth in your own mind as to whether or not this is the case, or not, that is when you don't really call judgment, because you're not exactly sure what you're supposed to be calling judgment on. But here in the age of Aquarius, you know the truth. And so when you call judgment upon every witch, every warlock, every person or being that has wicked intentions towards you, they're now judged. And you now receive your justice. When you are doing your alchemy and you are placing that energy out there and you're speaking directly to the Most High Mother and Father about what's going on, and you're calling on your angels and your ancestors to exact judgment and to balance the scales, they do just that. And it goes beyond you calling judgment. It's like you call judgment, but then you give your enemy less of your energy, because you begin pouring all of that energy into yourself, recognizing that, hey, if those low vibrational beings could work with low vibrational energy to place you in a low vibrational state, then how much more powerful are you in a high vibrational energy, working with high vibrational beings, Most High Mother and Father, your spiritual team, and bringing high vibrational outcomes into your life? You begin to realize that no, you will not just passively exist and allow someone else to manipulate your energy. No, you start taking your power back and saying, I am the master of my fate. I manipulate this energy over here. No one else has the authority to manipulate my circumstances or to create stumbling blocks for me. So you start doing the work on yourself. You start saying, all right, I'm going to manifest what I desire, and I'm going to stay on the right frequency until I attract it. And even once you do attract it, you're still going to maintain that frequency so that you can continue to rise and you can continue to expand and you can continue to receive your inheritance. And so you're going to maintain that energy. It becomes a lifestyle. And so the more of us that get back in alignment with our power and our divinity, the less powerful, the less these beings are able to work up against us, because we start standing stronger in numbers, calling judgment in numbers. And that one sound, that one voice that's placing that energy out into the universe of balance and justice, honesty and integrity, and to bring down the powers that were and any pawns that work for them, it's happening fast. Like the shift, the tower moments that's taking place for your enemies, they're happening. It's a boomerang effect that's coming back on them almost as soon as they could think of doing something wrong against you. That's when their karma hits them. It's not taking no time for this stuff to come back on them. And that's how it should have been, because it's teaching them some very vital lessons. And after a certain point of them abusing themselves, because they're no longer abusing you, this is now them, they're insulting themselves. When they try to come up against you, they are abusing themselves. At some point, you get to the place where, all right, they begin to realize like that you are no one to be played with or messed with. But right now, they're still having a hard time accepting it. They still feel like, well, there's something that they must be able to do. Maybe if we work more, in numbers, maybe if I gather up more people, maybe if I conjure up more demons, maybe if I work on this full moon, or if I'm able to do X, Y, Z. They're trying everything possible, and almost, you might as well say every single thing that they are doing, they're starting to see that same spell work that they're trying to send towards you is manifesting in their life practically overnight. And so we're in a new age now. Time is up for the wicked witches and warlocks. Time is up. It's time to accept your fate. It's time to accept the fact that the chosen are now here, and that we are here to establish balance and justice. And anyone who is operating from a lack of integrity, who is out here with evil and wicked intentions in their heart towards others, they are receiving judgment times 1,000, because it's already been spoken and put out there. And there's nothing they can do about it except submit and surrender to whatever their fate is, and accept the fact that you, chosen, will continue to be elevated, because it's your time now. It is your time now. The age of Aquarius has been created specifically for you to get back into alignment with your power, your authority, your inheritance, birthright, and sovereignty. It's your time now. So keep doing the work out there, chosen. Keep calling judgment and stay in a high vibrational energy by maintaining your thoughts. Keep your thoughts in alignment with the highest version of yourself. Even when you feel like, okay, life is, you're going through a lot of changes. Those changes are just pathways being cleared. So things, disruptive energy has to happen sometimes, and it can feel chaotic. It can feel stressful. It can feel overwhelming, but that doesn't mean you have to sit in that. There's so many different ways that you can alchemize and transmute the energy. If you lost a job and you've been praying for a better job, or you've been praying to become that entrepreneur, and suddenly you go to work one day and they say, we're laying you off or we're firing you, you don't take it as a punishment. You hold your head up high and take it as, wow, this pathway is being cleared because what I've been praying for is getting ready to manifest in the physical. So this job had to be moved out of the way. Whether you walked away from it or whether they let you go, you accept it for what it is because you recognize that, hey, I deserve everything that I've been praying for. And so I anticipate that the Most High knows exactly what I need right now. So rather than going into that space of feeling sorry and being in lack mentality and fearful of what's going to happen, how are you going to pay your bills and what are people going to think and all of these things? No, you don't go into that space. You start rejoicing. You start celebrating. You start doing more manifestations. You start praying more. You start dancing more. You use that time to focus on your creative ideas rather than soaking in it and being overly consumed with what's going to happen. You're going to start to see miracles unfold in your life, and you're going to be like, wow, I never even anticipated that it could turn out this way. But this is your reward. And so your enemies will sit back and they will watch. And they're going to be very disappointed, but let them be disappointed because they have what's coming to them. They have what is owed to them. What is owed to them is that karma so that they can go through whatever vital lessons they need to go through so that eventually they can heal. Whether it's this lifetime, next lifetime, or the lifetime after that, they have to deal with the karma. But you, in this lifetime, are going to receive everything that is inherently yours if you just stay on the journey and keep your vibrations in alignment with the manifestation. It will unfold in your life. Guaranteed. So that's my message for you all. Their time is up and your time is now. I love you all. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below and let us know how this might resonate with your circumstance. And I'll talk to you all next time.